What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're making a rage beat completely from scratch. So if you guys are ready, let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so let's jump right in here and start making this melody. So the first patch we're going to use is right here in Serum. And that's a little demo of what it sounds like. Serum is a really good instrument for these type of sounds. Also, one that I use a lot is Electra X. So obviously you can get these kind of sounds from any plugin, but those are the two that I tend to navigate to first, at least when I'm making these beats. But let's start laying down some chords with this and see what we can come up with. Let's do 150 BPM, so it's a little bit faster than normal. And I'm thinking, let's just do D minor. Alright, I'm thinking we go one chord that sounds a little bit lower than this, and then we start trekking back up to kind of finish up this sequence here. So let's go for that. So what we're going to do is actually, let's go ahead and find another synth that we're going to put down an octave from this one, or at least have it kind of dominating those lower frequencies itself. All right, let's try this one out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and just immediately drop it down an octave. Ooh, this one sounds cool. Let's see how it sounds down an octave. Alright, what I'm going to do is just copy these bass notes down and keep everything here, because I like how it sounds right here. Let's also copy. Okay, so this one happens to go really well with them. Check this out. Let's check out the different octaves and see which one's going to work the best here. Alright, this one came out crazy. I really like how this sounds. And let's hear them together so you can get a feel for how awesome these sound together. Quick before we move on, one thing I did is I extended these notes right here, and I forgot to do that on the first ARP, and it actually came out really cool because this one takes a little pause and the other ARP kind of fills it in the background. So that could be something useful to add in your beat as well. Alright, next let's go in here and try to find some kind of a lead now that can play over everything else, kind of do the opposite of what we're doing, because if you haven't noticed, we've used the same MIDI in 4 different instruments. So now let's go ahead and mix it up a little bit. Alright, let's try to use this lead right here. Let's try this up an octave too. Boom. Okay, guys, so we got some good melodies together. Let's just throw in one more thing that would act as kind of a lead bell pluck somewhere along those lines, just in case we need it. We never know. Maybe it'll replace something we have. Maybe we won't use it. Maybe we will. Let's just go ahead and add one more layer in because you can never be too safe. Cool, that sounds fantastic. Let's go ahead and duplicate this over now. All right, so we're not going to worry about mixing this down yet. I just got it to a reasonable level without doing any mixing whatsoever. So this is kind of what it sounds like together now. Let's get off of the melodies and let's start crunching out these drums. So I went to our synth MIDI and I took the bottom notes here and I cut everything else out. And then I went ahead and deactivated it. So now we know what notes that we can play on. So let's start playing around with this 808. All right, let's go ahead and make this 8 bars now. I'm gonna copy this over. Let's do another hi-hat with some of the rolls and stuff in it. We'll change it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and pan this second hi-hat from left to right. I'm going to use Pancake 2. By the way, guys, this plugin is free if you don't already have it. So you can go ahead and grab it. It's a nice little panning tool here. Alright, let's get a kick in with this 808 now. Big ol' slamming kick. Alright, so what you can see that I'm doing here is I'm using most of the 808 notes. I put all of the notes on C here, obviously, but I'm skipping a couple of the 808 notes here ever so slightly, and then I just copied that over to the next set of 4 bars as well. right, guys, so let's go ahead, and I want to do a snare to replace the clap in some sections of this beat. So we're going to add that really quick, super simple. And then we're going to add another 808, a completely different 808 sample, maybe a spins is what I'm thinking. And then we'll go ahead and switch up the notes ever so slightly. But let's do that snare first, because I'm going to have probably the first 8 bars of the drop be the clap, and then after that, the snare comes in. It'll hit twice as hard. All right, so I like how this one's sounding. So this is with the clap. And this is with the snare, which will come in the second part of the drop. So I think that's going to be a really good switch up there. A nice hard snare to go with that clap. And let's go ahead and look at another 808. So I'm going to duplicate the 808 we have. And let's go ahead and pick out like a spin sample. I think I'm going to add some stuff and make it a little bit faster. So let's see what we can do here. All right, let's see how the switch up would sound between the kickin' 808 to the new 808 that we just made. So let's start with this one first. Let's just get a little quick feel of how it would sound. Okay, a quick switch up. Stop it, stop it, stop it. This came out way too far. You guys can't have all that sauce. Just kidding, fam. You get it all because you are part of the Fearless gang. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. One thing that we did not cover yet is how to arrange a beat like this. So if you want to see a tutorial of how I arrange my beats personally, make sure to check out this video. That's going to be sitting right here. And besides that, guys, have an amazing rest of your day, amazing rest of your night, and I will be catching you guys again in the next one. Peace out.